have a lot to talk about. We do want to make note that the combine did happen this past week. And for those who may not be aware, the combine is basically all of the incoming rookies. They all get together in Indianapolis, where all the scouts and the GMs for all the NFL teams are there, and they all watch them do show up. All the kids show up in their underoos, and they do like the all the drills and stuff. That's what happens, basically. Um, and while they're there, they all the GMs talk trades and talk, try to make deals with players and stuff. But not officially, definitely not. They're just talking hypotheticals and stuff. They're not breaking rules. They're not tampering.
No, not at
They're
all.
they're just
Not at all. That's Monday.
No, that's
Next week.
Monday. Nobody tampers until the legal tampering period begins on Monday. Not today, Monday. Next Monday, right?
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, Washington is going to be cutting Marshawn Lattimore, and David Montgomery has been traded to Houston.
Yeah, that was.
What's that about? No tampering?
Yeah, the Lattimore thing was a bust for Washington. I don't understand that team paid a lot of money for a lot of old players, and it did not work out a single bit.
Yeah.
So,
well, your super talented quarterback gets injured, and then just the wheels fall off, man. It's
I wonder what they're
amazing
going to
how
be
that
like
happens.
next year.
If he's healthy, they'll be right back in the mix, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, but their OC is gone. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. And he worked really well with Daniels, so I don't know if that's a foregone conclusion that they're going to be right back into where they were last season or 2 seasons ago. So I don't know. I mean, and who knows what Deebo Samuel is going to produce on the field for them.
Who knows if Deebo Samuel is going to be on the team next
Exactly.
Yeah, he may be elsewhere. You never know. Yep. I hear the Niners may need a receiver.
Yeah. That's never coming back.
I know, right?
It's more probable that Ayuk becomes a commander or a Steeler before you guys get Deebo back.
Oh, I know. There's just I've seen some people in like these, these fan groups that I get fed, because I'm a Niners fan, and I see these people talking about it, and I'm like, what the hell are you people on? Deebo's not coming back, guys. I'm not even engaging in the topic. I just don't care enough. I'm to like actually engage. I'm just letting you guys know that some fans are talking about it, so that way if you encounter it, you're prepared.
Yeah.
So you're not caught off guard, okay? Because it caught me off guard, and I was like, it's not happening. Are you insane? It's not. He's not coming back. He doesn't want to come back. Why would he want to come back?
No.
So yeah, that's not going to be a thing, but just be prepared. If you see that talk out in the wild, it's out there. So yeah, no. But
do you think Mac Jones gets traded?
I think Mac Jones probably is staying, but there's going to be a lot of discussions, and if somebody gets injured, that's when the trade might happen. And if somebody gets injured early enough, like maybe the first preseason game, or maybe right before the preseason starts, maybe like during training camp or something, I think that's when, if a trade is going to happen, I think that's when it happens. I don't think a trade is going to be happening anytime soon. Is how I'll phrase it. It's not going to be happening now. It's not going to be happening before the draft or anything like that. I think if the trade happens, it's going to be happening training camp or later, when the price is going to be coming toward the Niners' way. Because right now the price isn't high enough. They'd rather just keep Mac Jones at this point. But when teams get desperate and they're willing to pay a little more, when they're willing to come meet the Niners where they're at, where they think when the value is more needed, when he's more necessary, that's that's when it's that's when it comes more reasonable for the Niners to make that move. And as Papa G in the chat says, Mac does love it here. He's having a great time here, and he is appreciated. He did a hell of a job coming in and filling in when Brock Purdy was out, and he performed admirably, as I said several times earlier last year during the podcast. And he I appreciate what he did. At no point was I ready to overthrow Brock and name him the starter. Like, I was I was 10 toes down. Brock is the man. Brock is the starter. But I always gave his flowers to Mac Jones. Mac did his job. That was his job to do, was come in as the backup, hold down the fort, and he did that admirably. And if somebody is willing to come in and make a trade that the Niners are willing, a Godfather trade, a deal that they can't turn down, type of thing, a deal they can't refuse, at that point, I think that's when it'll happen. And desperate teams, when the injury happens, let's say the Vikings, maybe, if the situation with 9 doesn't get any better, or even if like 9 does start to show improvement, but then he gets injured again, dude, and they don't have anybody else.
I heard that Geno is linked to the Vikings, and that the Vikings might consider moving on from McCarthy or sitting him for a whole season. Which I'm like, dude,
if they sit him, that's it.
Yeah,
dude, it's just so crazy.
Well, he would just need to he would need to go to another team to get opportunity. Yeah. He's done in Minnesota.
Yeah. If they bench him,
he's done after 1 year, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you know what though? That's the trend. That's the trend with, like, since the NFL rules changed with the money of the number 1 overall pick and first round picks. Like, you're seeing teams move off of a first round quarterback faster than ever.
They're not as pot committed. Like when the Rams drafted Sam
Bradford.
Sam Bradford, that was his name.
That's an Eagle legend right there.
They held on to Sam Bradford a hell of a long time because he was like that last quarterback to make that big money, right? But they eventually did cut bait, but like they had to hold on to him forever, But it's but then after that they kind of adjusted a little bit, and now it's if he ain't the guy, you can move off off a lot easier,
Still think it's wild to me, man. Like, I mean, give the kid at least more than a year of a shot. You know what I mean?
But I think he was a quarterback that probably really wasn't a first round.
I don't think he was either
to begin with.
He was thrown in the mix with a bunch of those other guys. Like, everybody needed a quarterback that year, and and he performed pretty well in college, and like, just everybody was looking for a quarterback, and he just kind of got carried up with everybody else, I think, at that same time, because it's just and that's just kind of rough. And he's probably somebody who probably should have been like a 3rd rounder or something, and somebody you develop a little bit more. But being asked to like take the reins and stuff, that's probably not how best to develop him at this point. But they are where they are, and
well, speaking of
I'm not a Vikings fan,
like not prepared or not ready enough for the league yet. Did you guys see? I mean, this guy's kind of an asshole from what I gather, and his family is not much better. But what's his last name? Prio or something like that. The quarterback that they listed him at 5'10", so he's super short. He's cocky. Just the franchise.
5'10" is being generous, dude. Are you?
Yeah. Well, I forget his last name, but I can't recall seeing the highlights in this weekend. I can't recall I've ever seen a quarterback at the combine get booed. So I don't know if I've ever seen that. I didn't know that there was fans in there to boo. Yeah, that guy. So I think he's, he talks that he's going to be a top quarterback and all this stuff. And there's videos and constant videos of him being out and clubbing, staying late out. Like
They gave him 5'9" and 7/8, bro.
5'9", 7'8".
Woo!
Okay.
It's not even a full 5'10".
Damn.
Maybe with those extra long cleats.
And maybe what time of the day did they measure him? Did they measure him like in the afternoon when the weight of the world had like brought him down?
It's like, you got to measure
5'10"
me
or
at 6 a.m. when I'm getting home from the club.
Yeah, no, yeah, or like step right out of bed after a long night's rest. When your body's stretched out to the max. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it in the NFL in the sense of probably being a starter.
Yeah, I would say he'd be better off trying to transition to a different position, like a fullback or a running back or something along those lines. He's not big enough to be a wide receiver, or at least tall enough, I should say. But maybe there's a role he could carve out in the league if he wants to try and make it into the league. I did see the highlights from the combine, that tight end from Oregon who put down an amazing 40 time, and then obviously the running back, I forget what college, but broke the record again for the 40, and I don't think that one's going to be broken for some time. I really don't. I think that's insane, an insane 40 time, like 4.3 something. So, yeah. Just look at the highlights.
Well, Xavier Worthy still has it at 4.21. So
was that combine or was that?
Yeah, that was his combine. That was his combine. Yeah. Other dude did it at I think he was like 4.25 or 4.26 or something like that.
I think the other guy was out of Washington, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think he made it in the league very long because he couldn't catch the ball, but it was fast.
Yeah, I mean. 4.2. I mean, anything that's like 4.3, like low 4.3s was like blazing fast. And now you got guys running under 4.3. That used to be super rare. Now it's like at least once or twice a year. What was the linebacker, dude?
Oh yeah, he ran a 4.5, 4.4, something like that. As a linebacker, just crazy fast. Like, I can't remember who the linebacker was, but I mean,
Sonny Styles.
Yeah,
Sonny Styles at 4.46.
Yeah, it's so insane. I mean, you combine that with power. I mean, that's an unstoppable force. That's your
that's
Micah
a linebacker
Parsons.
That's a linebacker that can run with tight ends, that can run with running backs and some wide receivers. Like, that's a big fucking monster of a human being running very, very fast.
Yeah. Yep. So,
but Anthony Hill Jr. was 4.51, which is still really, really fast. And then Caleb Elarms Orr ran 4.47. So, I mean, there are some, apparently this linebacker class throughout the draft, there are a ton of sideline to sideline linebackers in this draft. So if you're a linebacker needy team, this is the year.
Yeah.
Looking at Vince's
All
team
right.
for a backup position here, just in case. At the linebacker
I mean,
position.
there's some wide receivers out there too for him.
Shit, we need all four.
All of them.
Shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Cool.
The Niners can trade for AJ Brown. I heard that the asking price is so hilarious that a head coach laughed on the phone as he hung up, because we're asking for and we should be asking for the most absurd thing, and if you take it, that's on you.
Yeah. No,
like, I want 3 firsts.
Yeah, no, and that's, of course, ask for the absurd, and then if you really want to get rid of him, your team will come down to a more reasonable price. If you don't want to get rid of him, you won't get rid of him. you know, and there you go, and he'll either play for you next year or he won't play for you next year, and that'll sort itself out, as time goes on, and I'm more content to let time sort itself out with that, as we go
I thought I
on.
read too that DK Metcalf wants out now after 1 year in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, he's a hothead and he can't control his own temper, and I have a feeling that the Steelers nation is a very religious place, and I feel like his antics don't go unnoticed in that fan base, So
Yeah,
I
probably.
mean, fuck, they had a priest blessing the field before the playoff game, so no, I think he wants to be somewhere else where he send him to Miami. That's a perfect place for DK Metcalf.
You go play with Tua.
Oh man,
Need some healing. He'll give you some medicine balls.
have you seen a picture of Tua recently?
No.
He looked like he put on that Hawaiian what is it, the freshman 30? He put on the Hawaiian 50. Like he looks big.